the moment, tonight is the night.
Hey guys, it's Cryptobion Analysis coming at you with an update video and a daily video on Dogelon Mars. The reason why I'm making this video is because we're obviously pumping and we're up 27% on the day. If we were just consolidating, I would not be making a video today. So again, there's some good news. But before I go into the news and before I kind of explain why this thing pumped, I always want to check my targets. I always want to make sure we're looking at the graph, we're looking at our targets, we're looking at the RSI, and we're just kind of seeing where the price is moving. These are all important things that you need to do, or I think that I like doing. So the fit from the high to the low, as you can see, we are officially above the 382 from the high to the low, which means that we are bullish. The next target up is going to be 49.48. So when I say the next, so allow me to clarify. When I say the nice, sorry, kids running outside, not my kids. My kids would never be running outside. So when I say resistance, I just mean that if it hits this target, there are going to be sellers. That doesn't also necessarily mean that we are going to have a retracement, because some coins, like, it just depends, right? When you're looking at it, some coins blow past their 5, go to the 618, or some coins even go past that. And if you get partnered with Google, Dogelon Mars is now partnered with Google, this thing's just going to blast past everything. Like, it won't even matter. So what I'm trying to say is, with the volume coming in, like, billionaire buying $1 billion worth, it won't really matter. So just keep that in mind. That's important, because for the most part, generally, that's not the case. But I know some people do get upset when I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be 573. It's like, oh, no, it's not. This thing's going to the moon. But for everyone else that does want to know resistance points and areas of possible sell-off, that's why I really highlight it, and I kind of show you how important it is. Because, again, these levels are areas of resistance. And until we get above it and we use it as support, and we don't fall under that level, then we're not going to be bullish. Like in the case of getting above the 382, we need to stay above the 382. So with the RSI curling up, it's crazy, because even with the RSI curling up, you can see that the price is almost close to its previous high here. And the RSI isn't even remotely close to being overbought where it was here. And this is what I'm talking about. When we're in a bull run, that doesn't matter. So we've made one higher here. It was at what, 21, 23, whatever. The next one here was recorded here. So obviously the price was higher. And then obviously when this goes back up, and hopefully we hit the 5 or the 618, you can kind of see that we're headed in the right direction. And that makes it extremely bullish. Again, as long as we stay over to 382. Very simple. Just keep it very simple. Stock RSI is bullish. Obviously, it can hang around here, or it could come and reset, and we could go back down. And hopefully, at that point, we'll tag 3329, which is the 382. Now, from the bottom to the top, it's going to be, it looks like we literally bounced from the 382, and we're now above the 236. So, my target of 49, let's just say 5 is in play, because this isn't, every single time I draw it, it's going to be a little bit off, because I can't get it exactly every single time, unless I just did. Oh crap, that would be pretty nice if I did. But let's just say the next target up right now, the way that it looks, the next target up is 49.78, and we'll just leave it there. So again, congratulations to the holders, and yeah, I mean, look, we're up 30% on the day. We're up 54% on the month, and 7 days, and on the month we're almost up 100%. So when we were making videos of it being in the 1, I was like, well, we need to get above the 2. Now we need to get above the 3, which we are. So the next one, so now I'm going to say that we need to get above 49. So hopefully, and this thing is playing out kind of really fast, because I did it for like 5 months where we were in the 1s, and that was horrible, where we broke 2 a little bit, fell. Everyone who's watching all my videos then knows what I'm talking about, and probably felt all the pain that I did too, because we were literally just getting rejected at the two, and like 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 15, 14. It was horrible. So now we're at, obviously we're above that, so that's good. That's really good. We're in a bull run. My targets are always going to be this, and this is very conservative, and I'm pretty open about my target. I will switch it to linear, high to the low, and it's going to be around 4. So this is my target, which is currently around an 11x from the current price. I do think with an 11x, 10x even, we're going to be between 2 billion. That's my first target. Everything else is going to ride between 10 15 billion market cap. And then obviously you don't want to just completely sell, in my opinion, because if you sell everything, you're going to feel really bad if it goes higher. And that's happened to me before. So just FYI, true story, personal experience. I sold way too early and the thing just absolutely ran, and I didn't have anything, and I had wished I would have just held 50, 40%, whatever. I don't know at the time. I wish I wasn't even thinking that. I was just saying, man, I wish I didn't sell at all. But reason why I'm saying that is because you should always have a plan. It's important to have a plan. If you're a type of person that makes a plan and it changes all the time, try to fix that, because that's not normal. That's not good. Don't be so liquid with the market. Try to ground yourself and focus on exactly how much it is you want to make or what the target is. Just put your sell order and don't worry about it. Don't look at it, and you can just enjoy and let it hit, and you'll feel good. You won't miss out on anything, because theoretically you should always have some if you actually do believe in the coin too. Like if you think this thing's going to be the next Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, then we're not even in the billions. We haven't even hit 80 billion, which is Dogecoin's all-time high, right? And Dogecoin is supposed to make an even all-time higher, I guess. So imagine where this thing's going to be at in the next 4 years, when Bitcoin's happening in 2028, right? So think longevity, think long term. Just food for thought. Do whatever you want with it. Anyway, so enough babbling, I guess. The targets are there. We know the targets. We know what it needs to stay above. We know where the next resistance point is. And so basically, Vitalik Buterin, who is the creator of the second largest cryptocurrency on the planet, Ethereum, billionaire, like multi-billionaire, trillionaire even maybe, he tweeted about Dogelon Mars and about Methuselah Foundation. So the story behind it is that when Shiba, which is Shiba Inu's direct competitor of Dogelon Mars. So for the people that don't know the story, when Shiba Inu was created, the creator sent 50% of the coins to, and look at this. Okay, so this is very important, because this is what's going to happen here, in my opinion. And this is going to, this isn't 0%. I don't know why. It's showing 0. But anyway, so in my opinion, obviously, I think this is going to happen. But the story behind Shiba Inu was that the creators sent 50% to Vitalik Buterin. And Vitalik Buterin, what he did was he sent 50% of the coins to a burn wallet. Okay? So that got a lot of attention. This is the null dead wallet. So nobody can ever access this. This is dead. This is a dead wallet. And it has over $12.6 billion that's just burned, which is 41% of the total supply that will ever exist for Shiba Inu. So people became millionaires, multimillionaires overnight, because again, as you know, Shiba Inu's price went absolutely parabolic. And with the name, with the connection with Vitalik Buterin, it was a no-brainer in my opinion, right? So now fast forward to our coin, Dogelon Mars. They did the same thing. So they created the coin, same circulation supply, same total supply, max supply. They sent 50% to Vitalik Buterin, who's again the creator of Ethereum, and very big guy, very big name. If you don't know him, He's literally the person that created Ethereum. And all of this is ran on Ethereum. The whole network is. So it's very important to know that. He's like the person that created the internet. Like, you should probably know who this is. If you don't, just Google him. Anyway, so Dogelon Mars sent 50% of the coins to Vitalik, and Vitalik sent it to a non-profit organization called Methuselah Foundation. And Methuselah Foundation, what they did was they didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. They're in the organization of longevity, health, future generations, genetics, like just all that stuff, like the science stuff that nobody really cares about but wants. Like immortality. We don't really like care to kind of like look for it. Maybe some people will, but that's them, right? They're looking for that. We don't care. We just want it. So they gave it to them, which was valued at, at the time it was like $500 million, because the Dogelon Mars market cap at the time was, around 10x. So yeah, it was around $1 to $2 billion, right? So they didn't know what to do with it. So they tried their best, basically, long story short. And then just recently, they did end up selling a lot of their coins, which was controversial because the community and people that were buying it and holding it were like, hey, like, you have literally 50% of all these coins and you're dumping it on us, and that's causing all of our portfolios to go down. So it was kind of controversial, and I totally understand it. But what they did was Methuselah Foundation ended up selling their tokens, all of their tokens, most of their tokens, to unknown investors. So someone like, let's just say I was a billionaire. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Methuselah Foundation, hey, instead of selling it, your coins on the market, just transfer them to me, and then I'll give you $50 million or $40 million, whatever. And then I'm going to develop it. So that's what happened. So they sold it, and that happened this year. Fast forward. That's just the full history, encyclopedia, Wikipedia, whatever, footnote of of the history of Dogelon Mars. So fast forward. Now, Dogelon Mars, so basically Vitalik, 16 hours ago, he tweeted about this because he said, what else could meme coins be used for, right? So he wrote this out, and in his writing, he wrote that it could, that he basically wrote this, and I'll read it. So, among the more interesting of the coins that I've seen are coins with large portions of token supply, or some ongoing fee mechanism is dedicated to some kind of charity. 1.5 years ago, there was no longer active coin called GiveWell Inu that donated proceeds to GiveWell. For the past 2 years, there's also been a coin called Fable of the Dragon Tyrant, which supported culture projects related to anti-aging research, which is also like Methuselah Foundation, in addition to other causes. Unfortunately, both of these are far from perfect. GiveWell Inu seems to no longer be maintained, and the other one has highly annoying core community members that constantly badger me for attention, which currently makes me unenthusiastic about mentioning them more than once. More successfully, after I was gifted half the supply of Dogelon Mars, whatever you want to call it, token, and immediately regifted it to Methuselah Foundation, the two Methuselah Foundation and the Dogelon Mars community, aka us and everybody that's watching this video, communities seemed to develop a positive sum relationship with each other, retroactively converting ELON into a charity coin. So it ended up working out. Methuselah Foundation got their coins. They didn't just completely dump all of their coins on the market at once, or else that would have crashed the coin. They really did do their best until they sold. I mean, not until. They really did their best. I mean, don't look at this and think that Methuselah Foundation caused this, because almost every single graph looks like this. Just look at Shiba. Like it wasn't just them selling. And I think that our community is really good because, again, our graph looks like this, but even with that much portion or whatever, I don't even know how much they sold. So it might not even be that big of a portion. But what's good is they were responsible and they actually sold it to a group of investors that are actually now turning it into more than just a meme coin and giving it utility. So all of what I just mentioned, if you're still listening, is really bullish, and which is why we are up 28% on the day, possibly breaking the 5 and heading to the 618 at around 740, which is around a 2.5%, sorry, a 2.5x from the current price right now, which is around a 250% increase from the current price, which is just where I think it's going to head. So hopefully next time I make a video, this thing's going to be at 74, and then we'll be headed to the 786, which is eating a 0, and then it's going to be eating a 0 and then 13, which is absolutely crazy. Anyway, I hope all of this made sense, and you can kind of read what he wrote, what else he wrote. And then Dogelon Mars just tweeted, when did they tweet this? 4:30 a.m. Today, this morning, because he did it 16 hours ago and they did it this morning. And they said the two Methuselah Foundation and Dogelon Mars has seemed to develop a positive sum relationship. Yes, we have, right? And personally, me, absolutely, I think that's great. I think it's really responsible for them to sell off their tokens to a group of investors. Like that's the best thing that they could have done, in my opinion. As a holder, that's huge. Our success in furthering life extension research wouldn't be possible without Vitalik and Methuselah Foundation and the efforts of all Dogelon Martians. So that's what we are. We call ourselves Martians because we have this coin that's both Dogecoin and Elon Musk, and we want to go to Mars. Very simple, right? Very simple stuff, which is exactly why I think that this is going to be a millionaire maker coin. Anyway, this is just my thoughts. With all this good news coming out, with us being up 500%, this does grab attention and the eye of the exchanges. Obviously, that's very important because with this volume, they want the fees. Okay, like if Coinbase or if Binance lists this, that would be absolutely. Do you know how many people are gonna buy it so they could transfer it over to Coinbase? Do you know how much liquidity Coinbase or Binance is going to add to Dogelon Mars? A lot. Anyway, I hope I didn't make this video too long, but I kind of hope I do because I still need the watch hours in order to be able to monetize my channel, which I still need. So if you guys want to repeat this video maybe 2 or 3 times and help me out, that would be great. And you should, because look, everyone who bought, we're up like 100% on the month, right? We're all making money. This is great. Hopefully you guys didn't sell and you guys like listening to me talk. Anyway, 2 or 3 times on repeat. That would be great. I'm almost there. I need 600 more hours. So that's nothing. I think I get it in the next couple months. But anyway, in this video, we covered basically everything. The targets, Methuselah Foundation history, Vitalik Buterin shouting out Dogelon Mars, which is great, and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my mic's on, because otherwise that would be absolutely devastating. I can't do this again if it's off, but yeah, so please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.